The German army is recruiting an increasing number of minors. According to figures from the country's defense ministry, over 2,000 teenagers are now volunteering for Germany's armed forces. That's 3 times more than 6 years ago. Germany is one of the few countries worldwide that allows under 18s to volunteer, though only in a non-combat role. Teenagers can apply if they are 17 and have parental consent. The German military is currently conducting a recruitment drive, sending officers to give talks in schools nationwide. The campaign also features an online reality show.
Das ist echt extrem anstrengend.
The program follows army recruits for 12 weeks and is one of Germany's most popular online projects. However, its role in making the military more attractive to young people has drawn criticism. The United Nations, for example, is concerned that the recruitment drive specifically targets children. The German army has defended its methods, insisting that the training is done under strict supervision. Earlier, we spoke to a regional MP from Germany's left party, Martin Dulzer. He's against the idea of focusing on under 18s for army recruitment.
There had been huge campaigns in schools, even in kindergartens, to make the army more attractive to young people. There had been some schools who had been working together with the army to put the young students in some kind of camp. We support some initiatives called Bildung ohne Bundeswehr, for example, which say as well that education should take place without Bundeswehr. The people who are underaged, they shouldn't be urged to get into the army. The United Nations already in 2014 asked the German government to stop this and raise the age of soldiers. I think this is a problem, but the main problem is if you do a foreign policy which is based on dialogue, you don't need such a strong army or so many soldiers. I think that is the main problem behind it.
Pressure is mounting on the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after a controversial recording involving his son Yair was leaked to the press. The Prime Minister's lawyers reportedly tried to prevent the broadcast of the tape, but nonetheless it still made it to air on Israeli television.
חייב לפרגן לי, אחי. אבא שלי עשה לאבא שלך אחלה עסקה, אחי. נלחם בכנסת בשביל זה, אחי. מה? אבא שלי נלחם. לחם לנו 25 שלי. אח שלי סידר לי, אבא שלי סידר לך עכשיו 20 מיליארד דולר. לפרגן לי ב-400 שקל.
In that recording, reportedly made in 2015, Yair could be heard chatting to the son of Israeli gas tycoon Kobi Maimon outside a strip club. Kobi Maimon is a shareholder at a gas company that allegedly benefited from a controversial 2015 law on natural gas drilling rights. The legislation pushed by Netanyahu's government concerned 2 massive newly discovered gas fields off Israel's coast. It essentially gave corporations control over the development of the deposits, with the government arguing it would stimulate investment. However, critics slammed the proposal as corrupt, giving too much power to corporations, and demanded nationalization of the gas deposits. Well, following the release of the controversial video, Yair Netanyahu denied any actual knowledge of the proposal's details, saying his conversation was nothing more than a joke under the influence of alcohol.
I regret the remarks and apologize if anyone was hurt by them. In addition, the things I said to Maimon were a dumb joke and joking around with him, as anyone could tell.
Well, Prime Minister Netanyahu is already being investigated in 2 separate corruption cases. The allegations include receiving bribes and negotiating favorable media coverage. The Prime Minister strongly denies all accusations, but in the meantime, he is pushing for a special immunity law which could allow him to avoid prosecution. We discussed the latest controversies surrounding the Netanyahu family with regional experts.
It looks really bad for the Prime Minister, and it doesn't look like, you know, someone who wants to be a leader of a country to have his son running around in a government vehicle doing things that, you know, don't look so complimentary and is not the kind of line that the Prime Minister would want to do. Whether it's a danger to the Prime Minister or undermines, no. I mean, it's a self-undermining thing, and the reason he did it is because it looks bad. But, you know, we're in a democratic country, and as long as he's living in the Prime Minister's residence, he may have to answer some questions.
This is not the first case that we're speaking about corruption in the family of Benjamin Netanyahu as the Prime Minister of Israel. For the Israelis, it may lead to the withdrawal of confidence, and that's the main threat for Benjamin Netanyahu. That's why they're trying as a family to play with words, showing that it's not a fact, but it was just a matter of a guy who was hanging around with his friends and he was just chatting about different things. But this is not the matter of fact.